Hello everybody, StarCraft here again for some more IEM Katowice action, and this time is going to be game 1 between Liquid's TLO spawning as the Blue Zerg up here in the top round right of Cloud Kingdom, and down in the bottom left it is going to be Mouse Sports' Mana as the Red Protoss. Now this is game 1 from a best of 5. I believe these games were only played last night, so another super big props. Big shout out to the people at IEM Katowice for getting their replays out so quickly. But I am pretty stoked to see this series. Mouse Mana, he is Poland's hopeful. Poland's hopeful, am I saying that right? No, he is Poland's hope in this IEM series, as it is being held in Katowice in Poland. So I gotta say, when I saw some of this series on the stream on Twitch, it was absolutely insane. There were like 10,000 people in the audience screaming, chanting Mana, and they even chanted TLO now and again. So good job, Polish people, for being generally awesome and not just chanting for your own country, which is kind of what you usually see. But you know, esports viewers, man, they are the nicest people out there. So big hurrah, go esports, go StarCraft 2 for having such awesome viewers and followers. But it is going to be a PvZ. I'm pretty stoked to see what Mana does, as in PvZ you kind of watch the Protoss to see what they're doing, and usually the Zerg will kind of do their macro thing and then react accordingly to the Protoss. So that's why if you guys are watching PvZs thinking, why do the casters, you know, they're so biased, they just focus on Protoss mostly. Well, that's kind of what the players do as well, just kind of how it goes. Right now he is going to be delaying this hatch. Actually, he's not delaying it because TLO went spawning for first and doesn't even have 300 minerals yet. But we'll see if he can keep this up. This is really annoying as a Zerg player, especially if you go ahead and drops a pylon down. Right, now he's up to 300. Now he wants to drop that hatch. Oh, and he gets the probe kill. So a bit of a miss macro there from Mana. The Polish hopeful, can he do it? But he is going to be getting up his Forge Fast Expand. I do believe he went Nexus first there, just judging by how long that Nexus is. So pretty greedy build, but you can kind of get away with it. On Cloud Kingdom, which is a pretty balanced map, I gotta say, but there are some places that lend themselves to Broodlords in the later game. But we'll see if we even get there, man. There goes the cannon from Mana. So far pretty standard stuff happening. TLO got his third on the way fairly early, not the earliest obviously, as he's got his spawning pool already up, but still pretty early macro going down for TLO, and Mana is going to be scouting this out. Knows exactly where to expect the third, as he would. Now I've got to say, IEM Katowice is my new favorite tournament, and I know I've said that a million times before, but it's been such an awesome tournament so far. The group stages were actually really interesting, because usually what you see in tournaments is way more Zerg, especially in the late stage of the tournaments, way more Zerg than any other race. And I'm not saying it's way imbalanced in Zerg's favor or whatever, but that is just a fact. If you guys have watched any tournaments, you already kind of know that. I'm not saying the Zergs always win. Protoss actually tend to do really well right at the end, but there are usually way more Zergs than any other race, especially Terrans. Usually that's the least represented race. But really interesting about this tournament is Zergs actually came out the kind of losers after the group stages, as there were only 2 Zergs going into the round of 16, or the round, I think it was actually the round of 12. So when you think about it, that's absolutely insane and very unusual. But what that means is that there are really interesting matchups that you wouldn't usually see in the later stages of tournaments, like TVT, more PvZ and more PvT as well, which are kind of my favorite matchups to be casting and to be watching. As ZVZ, I mean, it's alright, but to be honest, it's not really my cup of tea. Just a lot of roaches, a lot of bailings trying to kill some Zerglings, and it's really micro heavy. It can be quite interesting, but you kind of see the same builds quite a lot with the bailing nest coming along after the spawning pool. And Mana gonna go have a little poke out at these Zerglings. We'll see what he's got planned. He is getting 2 gas at his natural and getting that robotics facility. So, I mean, you could think maybe a mortal push, but that 2 gas, you wouldn't usually get the 4th gas at your natural there if you were going for a parting style, a mortal push. So what this could be is warp gate into some sort of 4-gate pressure or something like that. But we will see, as Mana's kind of known for his warp gate play, and it can be quite devastating against a Zerg who's macroing up too much, and they don't see it coming. And the whole thing about playing Zerg is you have to be able to switch between making army units and droning up when it's, you know, when it's time to. He does have link speed on the way as well as melee attacks 1, but still just droning up quite a bit. TLO already up to 60 work supply. Mana doing pretty decently on 1. His 1 attack is going to be finishing up, so this is definitely not an immortal push, as he does have the Twilight Council coming down as well. So it looks like he may just be going for a 3rd on the back of this, or he could. Oh no, he's going to go. I reckon he's going to go for a 2 attack Blink Stalker timing here, as he does have that 2nd attack on the way. He is chronoing it out. He's got his Twilight Council coming down, and he just put on a whole bunch of gateways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the 6th one. Usually see them go up to about 8 with the Blink Stalker play. We'll see if he decides. Oh, he's getting out an Immortal here. Okay, this is very interesting. Maybe he is going to go for expansion here. He has his War Prism. Did he get? No, he doesn't have a War Prism. Have a look at the units tab. Oh, Mana, you are confusing the hell out of me. Now he's pumping out a bunch of Immortals and getting some Sentries. So, really, I don't know what, man. I'm just going to stop calling it right now, as I really thought that was going to be a kind of a more Stalker push there. That Observer getting taken out by the Spinecrawler. TLO going for a pretty early 4th here as well, so he's definitely macroing up pretty heavily at the Bailing Nest as well, which is pretty interesting. You don't often see Bailings, or too often in PvZ, but we'll see if he's going to go for a Bailing drop or something like that. That can be pretty sick to view. So it looks like he is going for some sort of weird Immortal push here, although, oh no, he's just going to get his 3rd. Not really push on up. If you were going for the Immortal push, you definitely would have not have gotten that +2. It would have hit pretty soon as well. We've had up to 3 to 4 Immortals anyway, so that's definitely not what he's doing right now. TLO is going to start harassing this 3rd, but there are enough sentries and other units to deal with that. But you know, Mana sees this giant ball of Lings. He does have a Zealot in position, so I don't think TLO is going to do too much damage with those. He may be going for a Bailing Bust. He does have Ventral Sacs and the Overlord Speed, so looks like this possibly could be a Bailing drop or some sort of Bailing Bust into the front, which is pretty exciting. We'll see how it goes. TLO's macro like a total boss, man. He's already up to 5 bases. This is insane. Mana just getting up his 3rd, and the Lings go for this round. They're all going to bail on out. That is so many sentries, too many force fields. These Lings going to try and take down this Nexus, but they are not going to get it. So we'll see how this Bailing drop goes, if that's what it is. TLO is still droning up completely. 13 drones on the way, already up to 80 workers. So this is a lot of drones. That's why his army supply is pretty even with Mana's, even though he's ahead in the general supply. Mana is getting +3, which is very nice, as well as a War Prism. So maybe he's going to go for it right now, as TLO may have droned up too much, played a bit too macro. At the same time, TLO's Lings are going to be coming in here, harassing this 3rd. A few Stalkers here to deal with it. It looks like TLO might lose this 4th right here. Does lose the 4th right there. The War Prism is going to be able to reinforce this pretty soon once it pops out. Oh my gosh. Mana might need to reinforce some more reinforcements if he wants to hold on to this 3rd, or he might just go for it right now. As TLO, oh, here come the Bailings. The Bailing drop is about to happen. Takes down Overlord with no units in it. One Bailing comes out, another Bailing goes out. All these Stalkers are getting dropped all over the place. Force fields going out defensively, although there weren't that many Bailings. So it looks like Mana has been able to hold on to most of his units, especially the Immortals, most important unit here. And the Lings do take out the 3rd. I'm going to keep taking out Pylons. But Mana, excuse me, does have an army supply lead. And TLO, did he drone up too much? I don't know. These Overlords are going to be distracting. Wow. TLO tries to pump out more Lings, but I don't know if he's going to have enough units to deal with this. He's going to be forced to pull off drones. Mana warping in more Stalkers with that War Prism. Drones get transferred. Bailing's hit, but the Stalker still stays alive. That's why you don't see Balinks too much in PvZ, as, you know, Protoss units do have quite a bit of life. At the same time, he has warped in the main, taking out quite a lot of drones, taking out the lair as well. That queen is going to go down. It looks like Mana does have this game. He's playing really nicely. Not overcommitting. He's going to... Nice micro there, keeping those immortals alive as long as possible. So many drones here surrounding those immortals. But now Mana is on the high ground. He is taking down this main. There is a spy, but TLO doesn't have enough money. He's got hardly any money. He's getting in 2 mutas and 4 lings, but I don't think this is going to be enough. And Mana, he's still got his main and his natural mining away. The lings are going to come in here, try and attack these units before they warp in, but I think there's just too many units here from Mana. His army supply is almost double. TLO, I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing the GG pretty soon. So TLO just playing a bit too greedy. Getting out too many drones, and Mana punishing him for it. Also, TLO did not do any harassment, and there is the GG. So the Polish hopeful Mana taking out game 1 of this best of 5. Can TLO come back? We will see. He's still got a good chance, but definitely stay tuned for game 2. That's all from me. If you enjoyed this game, please subscribe, and I will see you guys later.